Hey everybody, welcome to my channel and happy new year. So for my very first video to start off the new year, I compiled a list of fashion channels, fashion commentary channels that have made fashion more digestible and more understandable for me. Now these are more commentary based channels and not necessarily style based channels, so they're not focused on how to style your clothes but rather on research and critiquing and giving opinions and commenting, basically. So these are channels that I've learned about specific designers, about history, about a specific era in fashion, about referencing in collections and stuff like that, and what that essentially means for the piece of work, for the piece of art. The very first channel that I have been watching is the Fashion Archive. Now he is a fashion journalism student and he is very knowledgeable in fashion. Like, he knows what he's talking about, and he's able to take his knowledge and what he knows and deliver it in such a simplistic manner that it makes it understandable for me. His channel ranges from fashion runway analysis, the history of designers, who they are and what they do, how they came to be, on certain houses like fashion houses. It's very rarely that he does that. It also consists of analysis and critiques of designer collections and stuff like that. He is knowledgeable, like I said. He's able to present well-researched opinions as well as his own opinion, but he does it in such a way that the audience, the viewer, is able to leave the video with their own opinion on the subject matter and not necessarily take what he says at face value. So he basically makes the audience think about what he's talking about. It's a good channel for unbiased, well-researched and critique of fashion content. My favorite videos of his are when he talks about the designers and their careers and how they are, who they are, and how they came to the position that they are in. And it sort of puts a new perspective, because some of these designers were at it for years and years and years before they actually were able to get their big break. So it's sort of like a humbling thing. And my other favorite videos are where he explains like why certain things are happening in fashion. Like, for example, the video of where he explained why Talfa bags are in such huge demand and why Peter Doe is the future of luxury. The second channel is called The Ultimate Fashion History. This is a channel that is created and narrated by a college professor who specializes in fashion, costume, and cultural history. This is a good channel for fashion history, for learning about what people were wearing at certain times, the content that is there. It's about fashion of different times, of centuries, history and color, and also style icons of certain centuries and decades. Actually, it's a good channel for educational fashion history content. It is also a good channel to gain overview about a specific time in fashion and giving you a stepping stone to go learn more about what you learned in that video. So it's like giving tidbits of, like, well-researched and concise tidbits, and then you go on and take what you learned and then go and delve deeper into what you learned. My favorite videos from this channel are videos where she basically explains the fashion of different time periods, of different centuries and different decades, and particularly the fashion. My favorite videos are the fashion in the 1950s, 1960s, 1970s and 1980s. Those are very good videos. Those are very good. Yeah, I think I just enjoyed what they were wearing at that time, so it was quite interesting to me. The third channel is called Minali, and she is a fashion historian enthusiast. Now what she basically does is that she teaches fashion history from particularly before the 20th century, and the way she does that is that she rates and she talks about the historical accuracy of the costumes in period pieces. So she'll basically talk about if the costume of the people in the period pieces are like accurate to the time that the period piece is based in. That's kind of a fun way to learn about fashion history, because if it's not historically accurate, you'll be like, okay, this is what the people were wearing at this time and this is why they wore it and this is the colors that they wore and what. So it's like the intersection of fashion and film, and it is a great fun way to learn about fashion history. And just like The Ultimate Fashion History, that channel, it's also a good way, like a good overview, and you can go and learn and research what you learned in the video and go and explore on it further. So you can go and basically learn My favorite videos from this channel are when she rates the historical accuracy of Disney villains and Disney princesses costumes, the other video where she went through the history of Halloween costuming, and also where she trashes the styling in Emily in Paris. I haven't watched it, I haven't watched the show, but I can tell from like the reviews from the other channels that I watched that styling was terrible. The third channel is Khensani Mohlatlole, and I hope I pronounced that right, but this channel is a South African fashion commentary channel. It's still a relatively new channel, but from the videos that are on this channel, I've learned quite a lot. She is so smart, she's so articulate, and she is able to give a new perspective, and that's why I appreciate her channel. She makes me think in a way that I wouldn't have thought about something, so I watch her channel to gain a new fresh perspective on things. Like, yeah, I love her mind. My favorite videos of hers are her first video where she analyzed the rich auntie aesthetic, which is a very prominent aesthetic in South Africa, especially amongst our influencers. That video just delves deeper into the trend, what it means, and not where it comes from. There, it's a very good video. I think you should watch it, especially if you're from South Africa. And my other favorite video of hers is her latest video, which is not necessarily a fashion based video, but I like it because I learned a lot, which is Black Girl Reviews Bridgerton, which I also haven't watched Bridgerton, but I enjoyed that video. The fifth and final channel that I'm going to be talking about is called Brave New Wear, and I don't know if I should call this channel a commentary channel, because it's not a commentary channel in the way that the other channels are commentary channels. And what I mean by that is that it's not necessarily talking about the things that the other channels are talking about. It's sort of like a hybrid, like a, you know, a mixture between style, fashion news, and art history. And when I say style, I don't mean how to style outfits. Style in a sense like how to find clothes for you, your body, and your style, basically. Unlike the other channels, he talks about art history, and he also does videos on like popular interior design pieces such as the Wasali chair and the ultra for Lago mirror. No. Those are two very popular interior pieces that date back to like probably like the 1900s or something. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, those, he also does that. And his videos are also different because he does have a lot of art history knowledge. He also talks about art history in his videos, so you learn more about fashion in his videos, because that's not all that he talks about, you know what I mean. My favorite videos from this channel are the Wasali chair explained, the one where he talks about the mirror, the pink mirror, the ultra logo mirror, which is the surprising history behind the internet's most favorite mirror. And the other video that I enjoy from this channel are can film transform fashion. That is a topic that I like, and that is a topic that I also want to talk about on this channel. Those are my top 5 fashion commentary channels that I like, and this is not to say that those are the only channels that I watch, those are the only fashion channels that I watch, or these are the only fashion channels that I know of, or that this is the only way that I consume fashion. It would be ridiculous for me to only consume fashion from 5 channels, because fashion is so broad, there's so much to it, that it would be ridiculous for me to only learn from 5 sources, especially on YouTube. Like, I have to read, I have to go do other things. So yeah, these are my top 5 fashion commentary channels, and these are channels that I suggest to you, but you probably already know them, because if you're here on this channel, then you probably already know these other channels, especially if you're interested in fashion. Especially if you're interested in fashion, then you already know these channels. But yeah, please comment down below your favorite commentary channels, and I'm serious about that. Like, I'm not joking. Please do it, because I'm always looking for more commentary channels to watch, especially if they're South African fashion commentary channels, because I don't know of much, and I'm always looking for commentary on South African fashion. So yeah, please do that, and subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share this video if you feel compelled to.